Hi, I'm Guna Mathivanan. Welcome to Simply Current Affairs. Before going into today's editorial discussion, let us finish the feedback for the question which I gave in the last class. Friends, if you are watching this video series for the first time, then please watch the introductory video given in the playlist to know how to participate in this answer writing program. The initiative is open to all. Friends, I'm coming up with exclusive current affairs program as well as economy full course program targeting our prelims 2026. The classes are starting from October 11th and October 15th respectively. In current affairs program, I'll be covering around 1000 plus topics which will be used for both prelims as well as mains. Every class will be followed by a test, and every topics wherever possible I'll be giving you static linkage as well. This program includes exclusive classes on economic survey and budget. To know more information about this program, you can click the link given in the description where I have attached the brochure and the other informations. So the question which I gave in the last class is, despite considerable progress in mobilizing climate finance, India faces a substantial shortfall in funding required to achieve its national climate goals. Identify the key challenges and recommend the strategies to bridge this financing gap. Right? So in this, the first part of the question is going to be your introduction. Explain the first part. Despite considerable progress. So highlight what is the progress we have achieved. We discussed many points in the last video. You can highlight that we were able to mobilize $55 billion. If you want, you can also highlight the achievement which we have achieved in the clean energy transition if you want. But the question is regarding finance. So it's better we can start with this. We have successfully achieved $55 billion of climate finance. Right, but however, to meet our national targets, we need to have at least $2.5 trillion. So these points will highlight the shortfall. The first line is explained through these points. Okay, a lot of students, you are not mentioning that considerable progress. What is the progress? At least one or two points we can mention. Right. And many students, they started writing this national climate goals. We have these 5 goals. That is not the question. We just only 10 marks. We do not have time. So introduction can be this much we mobilized. That is significant. Okay. That is half of the amount which the developed countries promised to give that we individual country has mobilized. That is something which we have to appreciate. However, to meet the national targets, we need 2,500 billions of dollars. Right? It is $2.5 trillion. So that's a huge shortage. So what is the challenges? List out the challenges and list out the strategies and finally give a conclusion. So you can give a conclusion that if you are not able to achieve this, then the consequence is going to be disastrous. Or you can say that this is a situation, developing countries are going to get worst affected. So India, being a responsible democratic nation, we can be the voice of the global south and we can make use of our advantages in various international institutions, put pressure, mobilize money. Like that also you can take a turn to finish your answer. Okay, so we have taken the answer copy of Ranjit. Ranjit, you have given a decent answer. There's a problem in your introduction. So in the introduction, climate finance is the funding. You have explained what is climate finance. Okay. India needs around $2.5 trillion, but India has received only 30% of this demand. The fact is not correct. Okay. So $2.5 trillion is what we need. The promise made by the developed countries is only $100 billion. And we have mobilized $55 billion. Okay, so that is the problem here. So highlight the considerable progress. You have not highlighted the progress only. Highlight the progress, then you tell what is the shortfall. Okay, apart from this, other parts are fine. So what are the challenges in green finance? Higher cost of green capital. Whenever we go and try to raise money under the green bond or green loan, the interest is going to be very high, right? So that will not motivate people to borrow using these green tools, right? Then skewed focus. The focus is on mitigation, not on adaptation. That is a problem. Weak green taxonomy. Sir, what is this green projects? What is it sustainable projects? There is no proper definition. Without proper definition, you cannot expect foreign investors to come and invest. Good point, right? And then developed countries' promise is not met. These are challenges. Strategies to bridge the financial gap, blended finance. Let the government and private come together and mobilize money and finance it. Good. So you also came with your own ideas of green investment trust. You can simply say that government should come up with a sovereign investment option for mobilizing climate finance. Like that, you can say institutional cooperation, empowering subnational units, that is empowering the local bodies in mobilizing the money. You gave the example of Tamil Nadu's climate change mission. All these are good, right? Finally, if you are not addressing it, then planet will not become livable, right? This is fine, good answer, very good answer, but the problem is with your introduction. It's also not a bad introduction, but it didn't exactly hit the demand of the question. Okay, so now we will move on to the today's topic. Today's editorial topic. So we have taken a topic from the Hindu. The topic is regarding alternative dispute resolution. So what is this ADR? Alternative dispute resolution, as the name says, these are alternative methods to resolve the disputes, right? So usual methods will go via court litigation process. Okay, there are two parties, dispute, go to court, solve it. ADR is an alternative dispute resolution. Without going through the traditional court litigation process, you can solve it. How, sir? There are many ways: arbitration, mediation, conciliation, lok adalat. So there are many ways through which we can use this ADR to solve the disputes, right? See, these ADR, mediation, conciliation, all these are having legal backup. So, for example, we have Arbitration and Conciliation Act. For Lok Adalat, we have Lok Adalat Act. Even Section 89 of Code of Civil Procedure also highlights, it provides the legal backing for these alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. See, before knowing why we need these alternative dispute resolutions, we will try to understand the different tools in this ADR process. I was mentioning about mediation. So, mediation or conciliation or arbitration or lok adalat, there will be a third neutral party who will try to help in solving the process. First party, second party, they have a dispute, they go and approach this ADR mechanism. A third neutral party will come, and the third neutral party through various means will try to solve the dispute. Okay, so mediation. In the case of mediation, a third party will come. The third party will not give any idea, suggestions, input. The third party will only facilitate. Now you and your friend coming up with a dispute. Now Guna is the mediator. I will not give my opinion, suggestion and all. But I will create a platform where you both can come and discuss and arrive at a solution on your own. If it is conciliation, there will be a third neutral party. You both come to me. Now I will listen. I will actively give my inputs. I will actively give some suggestions, ideas, which you will consider to adopt. If it is arbitration, now assume that you and your friend are having a serious trouble and you want an opinion of a judicial expert. So you both decide, you and your friend both decide that, okay, we will go and meet a judicial expert and let us take the judicial opinion. Right? So there you go for arbitration. So in the arbitration, you will have a judicial expert, maybe a former judicial members or advocates, legal experts, they will be there. And that legal experts will give a viable solution. That solution you are going to accept. Accepting is your choice, but this is how it works. Okay, two people come, say two business firms, they have a problem. If they go to court, time will take. So they come to an arbitrator. And the arbitrator, they both will choose an arbitrator. The arbitrator will be a judicial expert. If Guna is an expert, I will be giving my opinion. This is arbitration. Okay, Lok Adalat. Lok Adalat means People's Court. This was set up through 1987 Legal Services Authorities Act. Okay, People's Court. So now, this is a very affordable process. Lok Adalat is an affordable process, where let's say two parties they have a trouble, they want to solve it quickly. They can approach this Lok Adalat. This Lok Adalat will be having three members: one retired judge, one advocate, one social worker. Assume three members are there. Now let us say you and your friend are having a problem. You go and approach Lok Adalat. the 3 members will listen to you. They will not give any ideas, solution and all. So they will listen to you, and they will create a platform where you discuss and you are arriving at an option. And once you both arrive at an option, then the Lok Adalat, the 3 members, they will look into the option. If the option is fine, they will pass that option as an order. They will pass that option as an order. Okay, Lok Adalat. Assume that 2 friends, okay, John and Ram, they have some dispute. Now they both approach Lok Adalat. Okay, now in the Lok Adalat, there will be 3 members minimum, I'm telling you. These 3 members, they will not give any opinion on their own. Remember that. So John and Ram, they will discuss, they will arrive at a solution. Once they arrive at a solution, the Lok Adalat will pass that solution as an order, and that order is final. There is no appeal for Lok Adalat. Okay, that order is final. Now if John and Ram, if any one of them, if they are not happy with this order, maybe they can go to court. They can file a fresh case in court. That is possible. But against the Lok Adalat order, you cannot appeal. Okay. So these are different tools of the ADR present. Okay. This is a very common way of solving disputes. It is worldwide. It is available between the countries. When there is an issue, they go to international arbitration centers. Okay. So this is about ADR. I hope you got clarity. What is mediation? What is conciliation? What is arbitration? How Lok Adalat works. There's arbitration and conciliation, for which we have a separate legislation only. Arbitration and Conciliation Act. In 2019 it was amended. 2021 it was amended. The latest 21 amendment in the Arbitration and Conciliation Act introduced a new body called as Arbitration Council of India. This Arbitration Council of India, the main objective is to promote arbitration, promote alternative dispute resolution in the country, for which a body has been set up. Right? So why India is giving this much importance for this alternative dispute resolution? We have to understand why we need this ADR. See, in India, pendency of cases is very, very high. As per the latest report, Indian courts are approximately having 5 crore pending cases. Right? So pending cases very, very high. So for all the disputes, if you are going to court, the pendency will further increase. The burden is disproportionate. So pendency is very high. We cannot add more cases to the court. Right? If you are going to add more cases to the court, then the time taken to solve the dispute is going to be very, very high. So reports are saying that on an average, a case in a high court, to solve it takes at least 4 to 5 years. So to solve a case in the high court, it will take at least 4 to 5 years. Right? So when pendency is higher, the duration to solve the problem is also going to be increased. So to avoid these, we can go for alternative dispute resolutions. So when you go to ADR, as per the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, or if you take the Lok Adalat, all these cases has to be solved within 180 days. So speedy delivery of justice. Right? So time can be saved. Burden from the court can be removed. And number three, speedy delivery of justice. And number 4, even the speedy delivery is amicably arrived. If you go to court, there is one winner, one loser. But if you go to arbitration centers, here the solution is born through invaluable discussions between the parties. These discussions will arrive at a solution which will create a win-win situation for both the parties. It will create a win-win situation for both the parties. That is the advantage of arbitration and conciliation. But if you go to court, clearly there will be one winner, other person is going to be affected, right? So to create an harmonious balance between both the parties, to settle the dispute amicably, we can choose ADR, right? Apart from that, see, this ADR, it is more cost effective. See, every case, depending upon the case, court fee is going to be affected. So court fee is a fee which you will be paying to the court for the cases. Okay. So that court, if you go to this ADR, court fee is not there. If you go to Lok Adalat, there is no fees only. Okay. So you can save the court fee. Similarly, the costliest process is approaching an advocate. having a legal, the lawyer fee is going to be very, very high. So that part you can skip if you go to ADR mechanisms. So it is not just speed delivery, it is not just time bound, it is cost effective. And also the court procedure, the court terminologies, people from village areas or illiterate, they are finding it difficult and complex to understand these court languages. But if you go to arbitrator, or if you go to mediator, conciliator, if you go to lok adalat, where the entire discussion happens in your own language and you directly participate, you directly engage, so you also feel satisfied and aware. Right? And also, unlike court system, this ADR system is more flexible. Both the parties, they can discuss, they can flexibly fix an arbitrator, they can timings, language they use, everything is going to be more flexible. So these are the advantages when you go for ADR. See, Government of India is actively bringing a lot of reforms, and recently Law Minister also reaffirmed that a series of law reforms which we can expect in the coming days. See, this ADR, alternative dispute resolution, is not new to India. It is deep rooted in the Indian civilization only. Even the Law Minister recently was highlighting, was quoting an ancient short story, not so ancient, a short story he was mentioning, Panch Parameshwar. So Panch Parameshwar is a famous short story which is used in the legal studies to highlight the significance of ADR. So Panch Parameshwar, a short story which discusses about earlier panchayat-based dispute resolution mechanisms. So the panchayat-based dispute resolutions was there in India for many, many, many years. So this ADR system is not new to India. It is deeply rooted, connected in our civilization. Right? So which we should make use of it because of its own advantages. And also we have to reduce the burden of the court so that the court can look into serious cases. See, through ADR, civil cases you can solve it. Some compoundable criminal cases. Compoundable means which can be compromised. Not all criminal case can be compromised, but some minor criminal case can be compromised. Such compromisable cases, why we should take it to court? We can solve it through this ADR mechanism only, right? So that is going to be a win-win for everyone, right? So this is what this article is also discussing about, this alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. So right friends, I hope you got clarity on this topic which we discussed. Now based on this topic, I will give you a question. Explain the concept of alternative dispute resolution. Analyze the rationale behind India's emphasis on ADR mechanisms and the major impediments to their widespread adoption in the Indian legal landscape. Right? Submit your answer before 9 a.m. tomorrow and leave in the YouTube comment section that you have sent the email. Right? Share your feedback as well. Your feedback motivates myself and my team, and it will help us to work more. Right friends, I'll see you tomorrow with another interesting editorial topic. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.